ready for the night. And in every way. Those of us who know her, those of us who love her, those of us who honor her are all here tonight for this special occasion. And we would like to start this occasion off with a blessing from our pastor, Dr. William L. Glover.
What we have just witnessed is certainly fitting and appropriate in that 75 is associated with the coronation of a sovereign, be it a king or a queen. And on this 75th birthday, her place in all of our lives has already been coordinated. Whether as a queen, mother, godmother, grandmother, spiritual mother, sister, she holds that place, and we love her deeply, and we celebrate her tonight. Father, we exalt your great name. We declare your absolute sovereignty and your absolute lordship over all the affairs of our lives. And even as we have gathered to celebrate the 75th year of life of your daughter, your child, we express our appreciation to you for the grace that you have given her, that she is loved by so
So as your gifts that you got when you registered, on the back of those tags has this dinner selection that you chose when you registered, when you RSVP'd. Please pull those tags off, place them on your plates, so that as dinner is being served, the servers will know which meal entree that you have selected. We're now going to serve the salads, and we'll be back with you in a moment. In a time where we have seen so much loss and so much grief, to come together and be able to celebrate life together. To be able to do that, seeing each other's smiling, beautiful, whole faces, and to be here tonight to do that in a room full of people who love and adore Neal.
Yes.
We are going to start this celebration with toasts from friends and family. We'll begin with her sister, Miss Helen Mosley Collins. Nephew, Colonel Willie Patrick Collins, and then her niece, Dr. LaShonda Collins Cobbs. Please give them a round of applause as they come.
I'd like to say to my beautiful sister, I love you. I'm so happy to be your sister. I look at you and tears come to my eyes because you are more than beautiful. You're just royal tonight. I just think about how we butt heads and how we love each other. And it's funny to me that how after we butt heads, you just like, I thought you wanted to go to Ross. We don't play in the sand, but she's like, don't you want to go to Ross? That's how we make up. So I'm going to tell you tonight, sister, I like Ross, but can you take me to North soon? Can you? Okay. Can you make it? Okay. I'll take you to dinner. Okay. I love you. I'm so happy for you. So you have my list, and I'm behind you 100%. And I hope that you can celebrate this whole January now. Brother James, I got you back. Love you, sister.
I guess it's me. This thing on. I didn't come prepared. I wanted to make sure that I was given a time limit, and I've been already told, like, look, don't let him go before you. You better make sure he goes after you, because he's going to steal something from you if you do. All right? But the first thing I'd like to say, this is to my uncle. Watch that dude with that cane and that hat. You better keep your eye on that dude. I'm just telling you.
No, you're all right, Pat. He's a brother.
All right, I'm just saying. I saw that dude. He was doing all of this. I said, hey man, you just sitting back watching. I said, you might want to watch that cat right there. Where you at? He was smooth now, but I'm saying you might want to watch that cat.
He's family, Pat.
Yeah. Okay. All right, he good then. No, but on all sincerity, I did write down a few notes, but this is not on the note clip. And this is about my mother. And this is about my mother and her love for her sister. So a couple of days ago, I got a call from my sister. I'm in a meeting, and she said, call me back. And you know, when you get that kind of note, and it's just like, you know, in the middle of the morning, your mind goes a lot of different places, right? You know, and I'm in the meeting and I'm trying to think about the meeting and I'm trying to think about what I need to call her back for, because I know she's a busy woman. And so when I get off the meeting, she says, all right, your mother's out here and she's stuck in Charlotte. I said, what you mean she's stuck in Charlotte? She said, she's stuck in Charlotte. This is the love that a sister has for another sister, that at 82 years old, she's on an airplane, and they tell all the passengers on the airplane, hey, that connection that you thought that was going to Fort Myers has been canceled. And in this turbulent time of travel, that means that you may not be able to get out of that destination, that connection that you were trying to get out of. But because of that love and that strong desire of not wanting to miss the opportunity to be here, she stayed on that plane. And she went to Charlotte. And there was no flight to be had in Charlotte. And now, in between meetings, I'm talking to my sister because we're in full out blown panic mode because we got an 82-year-old woman in an airport that she's so unfamiliar with, where all of those things that we put in place to make sure that she can get to an airport, get through an airport, get on an airplane, get off an airplane, get back out and go to her destination. All of that plan has now been broken. It's no longer in effect. The frustration has started to set in that she was becoming a little bit overwhelmed because there was so many other travelers that was in distress and didn't have connections and didn't have means of figuring out how they were going to get to their destination. But she stuck in there, she hung in there. And we worked this thing over the phone, and there was a young man, and I told my sister, I said, look, this is what we got to do tonight. We got to get her out of there. And forgive me if I go a little bit over my 3 minutes. Who's going to stop me? Because you want to hear this. And so how it would work out, we said, she's not getting out of Charlotte tonight. So we've got to get her out of that airport. We've got to get her into a hotel, and then we're going to reattack this thing in the morning. Okay, we got an 82-year-old woman inside of an airport that we got to get out of and get to a hotel in a city that she has never been to other than passing through. Right? This is scary. But it was all because she said, I'm not getting off this plane because I got a place to be tonight. And that place to be tonight is to help celebrate my sister's 75th birthday. Right? There's many of us in this room that would have got off that plane, went back home, made the call and said, hey, sorry, I ain't going to be able to make it. And they would have probably understood. But that was not going to be good enough. And so we're talking to mother, and she's getting frustrated, and we can tell, and we're three-waying, and there's a lot of noise in the background. And there's a young man, he's pushing her through the airport. Joe Pringle is his name. Young man, just lost his mother. He's up from New Jersey. And I told mother, I said, give that man that phone because I need to talk to him. I said, hey, sir, my name is Will Collins. And that lady who's in that chair is a precious cargo that belongs to me. She's my mother. I said, I know you don't know me. But what I need for you to do for me to make sure that she gets from that airport to that car to that hotel. You don't know me, but I'm asking you to do something for me. And he said, sir, let me tell you what, I won't leave. See, you never know when you get the opportunity for God to say that, hey, I'm still in the business of taking care of all of my children. And I said, hey man, this is what I'm gonna do for you. I said, I'm driving. And this thing is, it's more than 3 minutes. I'm driving. And so we get him. He said, she's in the car. My sister said, she's in the car. The Uber guy. It's an Uber for us, it's an Uber for her. It's whatever. She's frustrated. It's late at night. She's been traveling all day long. He said, hey, Mr. Will, I got in the car, and the car is gone, and she's gone. My sister confirmed, a hotel confirmed, she laid down for a night's rest with no clothes. She told me, she said, I didn't have anything to wear. I slept in a towel. I was like a child of God, laying in a manger, because I didn't have anything to wear. I had no clean clothes. I said, but you made it work. And it worked out. The night before, there was no flights directly into Fort Myers. The next morning, there were many flights into Fort Myers. She got on and got here, and here she sits tonight, a testament to the love of two sisters. I'm sorry I had to share that with you. And if you don't want it, leave it here in this room tonight. But if it means something to you and the people that mean something in your life, take it and share it and share it and share it and share it. Because I got 82 and I got 75. Right? That's a blessing enough, right? And so they say, hey man, say 3 minutes. And they knew I was probably going to bust my clock. Right? But now let me tell you what I meant to say. And what I meant to say was real simple. Now I'm going to talk about my auntie. What I talked about just now was love. Unconditional, unwavering, unafraid to go into the face of danger to do something for their sister that the sister didn't know was being done. That's what sisterly love is about. Right? That's what 7 years older than, that's what it'll do for you. And she continues to do it to this day. Right? And you should be so blessed if you have that in your family. Right? And if you do, you reach out and tell them thank you and I love you. Right? So I got an auntie, and I'm gonna cut it a little short, that is a daughter of a part-time carpenter, full-time farmer, mother, short order cook in a Greyhound bus station in down South Georgia. Do you got the picture I'm getting ready to paint for you? Right? And they work on the fields and the farms and short order cooking to make it work. The first to go off to college, to leave the South, to come to not Miami, but Miami. That's what they called it back down there, Miami. All right? She comes down here, she goes off to school, and she didn't know that she was going to be the trailblazer for many, many more to come behind her. And so, and throughout that time, she never looked back other than to grab and pull the next generation along. Throughout that time, she became an entrepreneur. She became a mother to the least of us, providing them with family and the opportunity of having a better life, that had she not been that light, they would not know light. And so now they can share light, because light is given through light. And so she's been a light not only into their lives, but to many, 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 many more lives to come. That's the lady that sits here tonight that we're going to break bread with and celebrate. That's the lady that I call Auntie. And I'm going to cut this thing a little short now and put my paper back in my pocket. And I knew that there's about a 17, 18-year difference between her and I. But I knew when she was changing my diapers, and I knew that when she wanted to go out to the club, and when I knew that she hadn't done the chores that she hadn't done, I knew when I told my mother that she hadn't done what she needed to do because she was going to leave me, I said, I knew she was destined for greatness. I knew it then. And in this room, I can testify the greatness that this woman has shed upon just that small tree that we call our family. From that tree, we've grown doctors, we've grown lawyers, we've grown nurses, we've grown caretakers, and it's all because of the light that she shared upon us, and it's all because of her unselfishness to reach back and never forget that we were back there, and that she was always never going to be satisfied until she brought us up to where she was at. I love you. Words can never. Nobody in this room needs to know I love you. And we didn't have to look very far for a role model. There was people that were looking in books, newspapers, and clippings and TVs. We didn't have to look very far, because we had one that was born, raised, ingrained, and never forgot that she was ours, and ours forever and forever. Love you, Auntie.
All right, so here we are. Former Mayor Shirley. Here's the microphone.
That works every time I use it. And because we want the lady of the evening to be able to hear everything. As you said, I'm Shirley Gibson. I will briefly, and at my table, Miss Betty, if I go over my, what, I have a minute? Would you please take the fork and hit the something to make noise, and I'll go to shut up. I do want to acknowledge my friend, my cousin, Miss Neal. I've known her for many, many years, and I won't capture it for all of that time, but I do want to say, tonight, we're here to be joyful. We know there's a mess in this country, but in spite of that, we are going to be joyful of this lady.
Yes, yes.
That's what we're going to do.
Yes.
We're going to do that because it is needed to be done, and we need to exemplify that in all that we do. So, I want you to know, I love you dearly. We fight dearly. I'm not roasting, I'm just saying that we do that because I respect her. She respects me. And if I say no, she respects that. Now, whether she try to do something else, I can't do anything about that. But Ms. Neal, I honor you in all you do. As you know, for years I've always talked about all the things that you've done and how proud I am of you, how you show us what to do and how to do it, in spite of anything. So we are going to celebrate you tonight and the fact that you are 75 years old. Yes. I thank you because when I was 75, you came to honor and be with me. And that's what people do when they love each other. You just come and you do what you have to do. Thank you so much. I even thank all of you for coming to be with her. And I have to throw this in because, James, I honor you because it don't work just once for 75 years. I will always honor James with this lady. It needs to be done. We do appreciate good ladies and men. We do. We do appreciate a good man. With the celebration of the hour, I just want to thank you so much for all that you do and all the many women and men. And I met a lot of women because you've always kept women and girls that you groomed them. And they came tonight and didn't know who they were. And they've been with you all these years because they've grown up. But your touch is there. Your love is there with them because they're here. They're doing so many great things. Thank you so much for what you've done. We love you, and I love you every day in spite of whatever, because we do fight. And let me say this, and I'm going to close. When you say you love someone, and they work, and they are hard, and they struggle, and they tell you no, that is a part of loving someone who knows there are times to tell you no, there are times to tell you yes. And those of us who love you, there are times to tell you yes, and there's times to tell you no, but we do know you still just do what you want to do. Thank you, my baby. I love you. I really do. I'm not saying this because I'm just saying it. I'm saying it because I've shown her that I love her. I met her with James before they had gotten married. And that was many years ago. And of course, she liked my cooking, so she had me cooking for her all the time when she was working, coming in the afternoon. I had to cook for her so she could eat. It's fine. But anything I asked her to do, and even when I did, she did it because she loved me. Yes. I don't say this many times just to say that I love you because I say it. I say it because I truly love you. And that's why when I need to fight with you about something, I fight with you because I love you. I love you. I love you. May we all honor her for who she is.
Next up is Miss Velma Coulter.
For your home, Mrs. Neal. Your home has always been a place that people gather, their family and friends gather, and have always loved you, and you have loved them. We've all had a delectable feast at your table, including veggies such as collard greens, your signature roast, seafood, and let's not forget this dessert you cooked. I know there's several of them. It's been a meeting place for family and friends. May your home continue to manifest its love with your family and friends, and may your heart will continue to grow as we celebrate you. I, like many of your guests, are so grateful for all you have done for us, in caring for us, in talking to us, in looking out for us, in helping us. So tonight we celebrate your Diamond Jubilee birthday. We love and cherish you. And it is my distinct honor to speak to you at your birthday party because I am one of your oldest friends, probably the oldest one that's here. Not old in terms of years, but in terms of, I have to back that up, but in terms of how long I've known you. We love you, and we look forward to celebrating many more years with you. May God continue to bless you, and we wish you a year filled with joy, happiness, and good health. Happy 75th birthday. And let's salute.
Miss Betty Stevens. Miss Betty. Following Miss Betty will be Miss Maddie Johnson and then Miss Veronica Vaughn.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Hi, everybody. Let me say it again. Hi, everybody. Wonderful, wonderful. I'm here because of my friend Imperial. Everybody knows that's in this room know who she is, what she is, and how she is. So I'm not going to stand here and say over and over again. So I just want to say thank you for being my friend. Thank you for all you've done. I love you and I appreciate you. Hold those glasses up.
You can tell a lot about a woman with her girlfriends, right? They look like they have a lot of fun together. And I know this to be true because I hear them in the background when I call and check on you. And y'all are on your girls' trips, making a ton of noise and having a ton of fun. Next up.
Good evening, everyone. I am blessed to be here, and I'm happy to be here. And I just want to say a few things about a friend. And if you know what I mean when I say a friend, I mean she's a friend. When I first met her, she was such a giver. And she gives so much, right? She made me want to be better, and I want to be a giver too. But I kept thinking, she gives me so much, I feel like I'm taking and never giving. I told her, I said, you're giving me too much and I'm not doing nothing for you. She said, but look, she started naming the things that I did for her. And I'm saying, oh, okay. So now I understand. It's not what you give, it's what you need from each other. And you supply that need. And I knew by that, it made her feel good to give to me. And she wanted me to feel good by all the things I did for her. And so now we are the best of friends, and I could not want a better friend. All my life, I have never had a friend better than you. Thank you, Dara.
I asked Maddie to stay here with me because a lot of you who know us call us the Three Musketeers. And like their motto, all for one and one for all, that's us. But what I like most of all is Euthera's motto for us. And we say it to each other all the time, and that is, you add value to my life. And I just love you so much. You know, we went on this road trip, and one of the things they told me was, you need to stop keeping things in and say what you feel. And now they say they created a monster. said, she is such a wonderful person, and she is a giver, and I always wondered, what do I bring to the table? But she has outlined so many things that I've never even considered that I bring to the table as a friend, and it made me feel so special. So I am so honored to be your friend. I love you with the heart of a sister. Yes, we are the three musketeers, the three amigos, and it is my prayer that we will be that way for life. I love you, my sister. Happy 75th birthday.
We got a reunion here. So next up is Chantel, followed by Chantel Rose, followed by Miss Darlene Mitchell, who will sing a solo.
Good evening, everyone. I'm not going to be here long at all because everything has been said. Let us go ahead and raise our glasses and associate ourselves with all of the sentiments that have been shared this evening. To Ms. Yadira, Neal, thank you so much for your love and your generosity as we gather here tonight to give you your flowers while you can yet smell them. We want to say that we love you, we appreciate you, and may all of the love and support and assistance and generosity that you poured out to all of us in some form or fashion be multiplied and given back to you. Happy birthday and Happy New Year.
Absolutely right. Nobody should take the mic after he finishes, but I will definitely be brief. I don't have a paper to pull from my pocket. What I do want to say, though, is I want to say Happy Jubilee. Happy Diamond Celebration, and that's something you and I have in common. If there is nothing more that I can say, you are the sparkle in my eye, and I think it's safe to say that you are the sparkle in so many people in this room's eye. So, for who you are, for what you do. For me, a little girl from Vidalia, Georgia, who used to come to Miami every summer and get in trouble with Tawana and Lisa back there in the corner. For that little girl who needed to see something different, for that little girl who needed the exposure of what could be, for that little girl who needed to be able to dream out loud, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. There is no way that I would be able to do, be, exist, go in the spaces that I've been able to circulate, the impacts that I've been able to make without having a model like my mother and a role model like you to look to in living color, in real life. And so for that, I'm eternally grateful, and my love for you is ever abounding. So happy birthday.
Family. We all have family, and we hope that when we reach that 75-year mark, that there is so much to say about our lives that you can't even quiet the people that love you, because they love you so much. They have so much to say about your impact on their lives and the things that you have done to make them who they are. May all of our lives be like that, right? Next we have a solo from Felicia Bivens Spears.
Let's give her a round of applause.
Hello, everybody. It's an honor to sing this for, I call her my godmother. I've known her since I was, 4, 6? And as I was rehearsing this song, the words just is the epitome of her life. And I pray that I executed to give it justice for such a wonderful woman that you are and such an impact that you've been in my life. I love you so much, and I never will stop.
For your mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hand. From the moment that I wake up till I lay my head, I will sing of the goodness of God. All my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God. I love your voice. You have led me through the fire in darkest nights. You are close like no other. I love you as a father. I love you as a friend. And I have lived in the goodness of God. All my life you have been faithful. All my life you have been so, so good.
have Brother Dwayne Taylor who will come and bless the food, and then the food will be served. Brother Taylor.
Good evening, everyone. By the looks of our plates, it looks like we're ready to eat. So I won't be long. So let's pray. Heavenly Father, we just know that you're an awesome God, and there's none like you. We lift you up and we praise your name. We thank you for this celebration today of 75 years for our Queen, Neal. We thank you, Lord, for just allowing her to be in our lives. And we just ask that you continue to bless her and her family and friends and loved ones. We ask you to bless this food that has been prepared for us, that it be nourishment for our bodies and minds. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Dinner served.
Excuse me. Hold on, Mama. Hold on.
You singing there? Or are you singing right there?
I think these three tables.
My tribute to my friend and my sister, Mrs. Neal. I'm going to do Patty the Bell if only you knew.
toast from the family. I wanted to take a moment myself and just tell you how much I love you and how important you are in my life. When we moved here to Florida, we actually moved to Fort Myers together around the same time. She came from Miami, we came from Louisiana. And we joined the church at the same time, and we're getting acclimated at the same time, and she was moving around and doing a lot of amazing things and helping a lot of people, and came in immediately and made an impact in Fort Myers like no one else. Her heart and her treasures met the same place. And that's something you can't always say about people. You know, they'll say, I'm here for you, or I'll help you, or I'll do something for you, but when she says that, she matches what she has with that. And that's a beautiful thing, to have someone who stands beside you and with you no matter what. And she is that woman. She is the kind of woman that when I have called her and said, I'm starting a business and you are a leader, a trailblazer, and I want to absorb everything that you do and learn everything I can from you. She took me under her wings. She was my very first client. And I was blessed by her just letting me watch her be great and sewing into her business and what she does. And so we've continued on this journey. She has become second grandmother to my children. She is second mother to me. She and Dad are just the most amazing people. Yes. And we are so grateful to have you, all of us, to have the two of you in our lives. And so I just wanted to take a moment and say that I didn't start out there, but I would be remiss if I had this microphone and didn't have the chance to tell you how much I love and enjoy you. Next up is my brother, Eldridge White.
We're gonna see. Okay. Everybody has said some great things about my mom, but I saw some things firsthand. Some of them were rough. Yeah. Some of them were rough, but I'm not going to go into detail and embarrass her a little bit. But she's definitely a trailblazer and definitely an inspiration to me. She's definitely my hero. And when I say that is, I'm saying that, you know, when you said, my cousin said unconditional love, she don't have to even tell me she loves me. I already know she does. Because it's the way she treats me and how she tried to cultivate and make me a man. It wasn't easy, and she treated me, and sometimes it's abrasive. You said, hey, this is what you need to do. And you know what? I had to take heed. I can tell you some scenarios. In other words, is instead of me going down and telling you all about the accolades and, you know, she's the greatest person in the world, I'm just gonna give you some scenarios of things that happened that I experienced firsthand, even when I was a child. I remember my dad was sick, and she would tell him, you need to go to the doctor. And he was very stern about it. He said, I'm good, I just have my nerve problems. And she said, and I never forget, her and her friends, Betty and Jean, they picked me up and said they were going to breakfast and I want you to go with me. And they sat down and told me what was going on. And I said, oh, okay. And they, together, those three strong-minded women, they came up with a plan and they said that, hey, he needs to go to the doctor. And she says, she demanded him to go. He didn't even know. She made him change the doctor. Said, no, he's not finding what's wrong. And he changed the doctor. She said, I want you to go to this guy. And she went to this guy, and the guy found out what was really wrong. He had stomach cancer. I didn't understand. I was blown. I'll be honest, I was blown with it. But she knew something was wrong, and she was persistent about finding out what was wrong with her husband. In other words, you ain't gonna die on me. She made sure that she ain't gonna die on me. And so what happened was when that guy found it and she was able to come, and he looked back and he says, shoot, I didn't think I was coming back. And I'm saying to myself, you sure didn't look like you were coming back. But you know what? And when they get in these disputes, because I'm the middleman when it comes to disputes, I get calls, you know, that's what she said to me. That's what he said to me. And I'm like, remember now, that's that same woman. That's that same woman who made sure you didn't leave this earth. She was able to doggone make sure, in other words, is she loved you that much, she's going to make sure that you are going to be okay and make sure you got what you needed to get. And not only one occasion, not 2 occasions, it was 3 occasions she's done that. She was 3 occasions she's done that. Even when there's some trials and tribulation with jobs, she was able to pick up and start her own business with his support. You know, it's a lot of things that went on during those times, but she was one of the ones who kind of like say, you know what? She's sitting inside, laying in the bed, and she, you know what? She draws on the wall and do things, do figuring on in the sky. I don't understand. I see her all the time, and she cultivated a plan in her head. She said, I know what I'm gonna do. And she'll call and tell me about it. Okay, I know what I'm going. What you think about it? I said, yeah, it sounds pretty good. And she go with it. And when she go with it, I'm gonna tell you, everybody's all in. Everybody all in that thing. And also, one thing I can say, how she inspired me, I never forget this, and I tell my wife about it all the time. It's everywhere you go, she says, make sure, you know what, you put money back into the community. And I don't know if Shirley remember this. She had a business, a salon hair business or whatever, and over there in our neighborhood. And it was a Greek store, a Greek restaurant in our business. And she said, see, you got to put money back in your neighborhood. You got to make sure you go to these places. Just because, you know, the prices might be a tad bit higher, you got to put money back. You know, you can't just go ahead and take the money away because other places are cheaper. You got to put money back in those communities, your own community, because your own community is going to support you. And you know what? In other words and also when we were younger, we moved to a neighborhood that had good schools. And everywhere I went, in the military lives, the first thing we do, before we pick a neighborhood to live in, we said, okay, how's the school system? Because my thing is, we ain't going to private school. We're going to public school, but yet still, you know, we want to make sure that school is good, the area is good. Because when you put your money into the school system is good, the neighborhood's going to always stay up. The value of the neighborhood's going to always be up. So some of the lifelong lessons that she pretty much instilled in me. But I'm going to leave it to this one last thing. I'll never forget this. She was in the process. She wanted to move over to Fort Myers. She wanted to go ahead and expand her business to Fort Myers. And she wanted me to come in with her. She needed some support from me. I just got off working all night long. And she said, wake up, what you doing? I said, I'm sleeping. I worked all night long. You know, Uncle Sam don't wait on nobody. So I said, what you want to know? She said, I need you to wake up. I said, and hear me out. I said, okay, all right, I'm gonna wake up. And she says, I need you to come in with me. I want to expand over Fort Myers, and I need you to come in with me. And I said, huh? She said, what are you gonna do when you retire? I said, I don't know. I may stay in longer than my 20 years. She said, don't do that. Don't do that. How much money are you gonna make more? And I kind of like threw a number out there. I don't know, $400 every time I get money. Boy, that ain't no money. That ain't no money. She said, hey, boy, I tell you what. Trust me on this. If you follow, I guarantee you it's gonna be okay. Trust me on this. So I'm saying to myself, I wouldn't worry about me. I can do it, but I gotta worry about my wife. My wife be like, all right now. We got kids over here. You can't just go ahead and jump out there and start other things, you know, we have kids. But anyway, she says, one thing that stuck in my mind, I'll never forget that. I was still half asleep. And she said, and I repeat, I'm sorry, I don't offend anybody. She said, N-word, you never know that you can walk on water unless you get out of the boat. And that stuck in my mind. In other words, if you don't try, you'll never know you can see. And from that day on, I guarantee you, I'm still here.
And we're still together. And she grew that business from, you know, with a lot of help from other people like Lynette, Tawana, Tyosha, and a lot of other people around here. She grew her from 1 home until 5 in a matter of what, 3 years, 4 years? I mean, you know what, and I'm talking about entrepreneurship. She was not playing with it. She was pushing forward. And she definitely inspired me to push on. But I had to be the one that says, hey, I'm gonna be your ground wire. No, you can't do that. No, don't do this, don't do that. And try to keep her grounded. And I think that's what I was able to do for her. And it's keep her grounded. But for now, we're gonna toast her. Everybody pick up your glasses. Let me get mine. We're gonna toast for long life and much more wealth.
Next up, we have a presentation from Tawana Neal, her daughter, the grandchildren, and Mr. James Neal.
Close to my mom, I have sisters that I will be honored to toast to Alvin, Lydia, Caridad, Taosha, Veronica. Come on. Taosha, Lydia, Caridad, and Veronica. My mom raised us as sisters. My mom raised us as sisters. And I wanted to take the time to honor them. And would anyone like to say anything?
No. Happy birthday. Love you, Mom. Love you. Thank you. Happy birthday. Thank you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Mom.
Oh, hey Mom, happy birthday, we love you.
The kids. Come on, Kenny. Jackie.
Hi, Nana. Stop. Why are you laughing?
Okay, while y'all do that, I'm going to talk about it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's different.
Hey, come on. Hey. Hello, I'm Jesse. That's my beautiful name. And y'all celebrating 75, I'm celebrating 55. Because don't you look good? Right there, Mom. That's my grandma. Happy birthday. I love you so much, more than life itself. I say that and mean it seriously because I have come close to not being here a couple times. So when I say I love you more than life itself, I love you with all my heart, and I will never stop. Because, I mean, I'm not an easy person, but it seemed like you the one that I can always, you know, be on my back and ride with me. So thank you for everything. And I don't know, I thank you, man. I love you so much. Happy birthday.
I'm trying to say. So much. That's nice. And you know, my best friend's head. I had the honor of living with her. She was there when I needed her. I needed a place to stay. And she took me in so easy. And she accepted me for everything. I just love her so much. I'm sorry.
Grandma has ears that truly listen, arms that always hold, love that is never ending, and hearts that's made of gold. I love you, Dad. Happy birthday.
To my dear mom, I know I haven't been the easiest daughter, but you have been so faithful to me. You've always been there, and it came to me that you want me to be strong. And I'm starting to realize that the only thing you have ever wanted from me is to be strong. I got it. That says, to my beautiful mom, never forget, I love you forever and always.
It's a beautiful day. That's what it is. You're a wonderful woman. I enjoy you. I'm gonna still be me now. We have a lot of fun. I like to talk trash. You made my life what it is now. Because Lord knows I've gone through some stuff. What made me always remember life well is when I couldn't get around for a whole year, I had no worries. That means the world to me. Now, it hasn't been all good because life deals you deeds. But it also shows you a way to get to the other side.
Come on.
We have to take that in stride. And I've been blessed because I don't have a whole lot of worry. And truly, truly, I love you. You know, this is my token to you.
Time for the woman of the hour to come and have her closing remarks. Let's give a round of applause for her.
First of all, I would like to thank God for being able to breathe. Every morning when I get up and I can put my feet on the floor, I bow and I thank God that I can breathe. Because if I couldn't breathe, I couldn't help anyone else. And as long as there's breath in my body, I will continue to spread love and to give whatever I have to those that I love, and I love all of you. I could have had this room double in size, but I didn't plan to have a 75th party. But my friend said, you have to celebrate 75. I wanted to go to a destination island, Aruba, but my doctors would not allow me to travel because of blood pressure issues. But as my pastor said, we're going to take care of all that. And I thank God for my pastor. I thank God for my spiritual daughter, and she could stand. I give honor to both of these people in the room this evening. If you could stand, I'd like to. When I first came to Fort Myers, I asked God what did I need to do, and he told me I would be not doing a job, not serving, be any cook, a saint, to be on this and that. I would just be a help to the first family. And that's what we did. But you know, they outgrew us, and they got older, and they had to become different people's parents. I have a granddaughter in this room that adopted me. I like her to stand. I love her dearly. I can't have all, if I said everybody in this room that I love to stand, it would probably make it easier. But I have to shout out to people that travel miles and miles. And my son said, you don't have to worry, that place is not going to be full because the hotels cost so much money. People are not going to spend that kind of money. Well, I want you to know that they not only spend money in the hotels, but they spend money for plane tickets. Yes. I have a daughter that came all the way from New Jersey. Could you stand? That's Lydia. I love her to death. She's all grown now, she's doing her own thing, but she thought enough of me to get a plane ticket and come to be here to celebrate me. Harriet, please stand. How do you get over there? Veronica? Yeah, that's my love.
Oh, yeah. I worked till I ain't out.
Tausha is still with me. She got me a grandbaby that is horrible. But I want to say that when I look at this room, and it makes my heart smile. If my heart had a face that you could see, the smile that you would see from my heart to you. I can't say the words. I'm just elated. I'm overwhelmed with the love that I know y'all love me, but I didn't know how much. I just want to thank you, and I just want to say to my husband, thank you for putting up with me last week. I decided to have this party. I told him, I need to get some money. He looked at me like, what? I'm like, I need some money. He said, nothing. He didn't say nothing. He just didn't say nothing. But anyway, we've been married 55 years. Not only tonight, we celebrating. not only are we celebrating my birthday, but we're celebrating my retirement. I'm finally passing the mantle to my children. My son retired from his job on the 30th. He will be the CEO of Neal Group Home Inc. I say goodbye to his sister. I haven't passed the mantle yet.
Neal Group Home is no longer his eldest white group home. I'm just kidding.
I'm not going to say behind that, but I'm just honored that my children can take over and do this. I also want to give shout outs to my other daughter, Taosha. She's been a plethora of I want to thank my cousins that traveled from Ohio, Texas, my niece and nephews from Virginia, from Atlanta, Miami, and my godson, my nephew, just floored me tonight. He said he's one of the business men in business. Where is he? Where is Kenyatta? Stand up. Here. He does leather bags and all kind of stuff. He all over the world. I never knew that he would stop what he was doing and come to see his Aunt Kigadi. I love you. I love all of you. I love all my nieces and nephews, and they know it. And they will climb mountains to come see about me. And that makes my heart smile. I love all of my spiritual children. I don't know how to handle it, but it's just so, I love them. I just love them. They just so sweet, and they just love me so much. I can't even put mine. I never thought that our whole world would open up to me. And that I would be loved by so many people. I just never thought that would happen. I thought I would be here in God's second land and just struggle with it. And also, I have another birthday person in the room, Neal, that loves me also. We got to say birthday. Can you please stand? And your birthday is tomorrow. Today? Happy birthday! I thought it was tomorrow. I'm sorry. But anyway, everybody else talked a long time, so I guess I could too, but we want to party some. So I'm not going to hold the mic forever, but if I left anybody out, my cousin from Fort Lauderdale, my cousin here, 86 or 87 years old, flew from Ohio to come to see his cousin, my first cousin, my friend Sherry, Dwayne over there. I'm just going to quit. And I see Rod looking at me, shaking his head, talking about, yeah, my other mom right there. My other mom. Clifford and Lynette. And I see my goddaughters from over at Port St. Lucie. Can you stand, please? All my godchildren stand. All my godchildren stand. All of want to acknowledge me, your godmom. Just stand up anyway. There's got to be more than that in this room. Where am I up to that? I had raised that boy. You better stand up. My brother and sister-in-law, y'all, my sister and brother-in-law, y'all stand, please. I only have one brother and sister-in-law in this room. My son-in-law, who had to go, and my daughter-in-law, she was here anyway with her husband, but my son-in-law had to do traveling football with my grandson, and they made it in the last minute. Jeffrey Thompson, please stand. And as people say, as my grandson said, that he had some things in his life which we don't have to hide stuff in our family. He has epilepsy. We was coming home one Thanksgiving. It was the first time we knew it at a McDonald's. And it was something that changed our life. But God is good. Amen. And he's still here, and he's going to be here, and he's going to do things he couldn't do regular football, so he's doing traveling football, flag football. He's still doing it. That's my grandbaby. Stand up again. My granddaughter, she'll be finishing college in a couple of months. She's down in Boca. The one that was crying and couldn't talk, just stand up. You was crying. You weren't crying. But I have a beautiful family. Ethera. Stand up, Ethera. That's my baby. And one of my granddaughters that I got was the year I wasn't happy, but when my grandson, he called grandma, stand up. You know who you are. He is now an officer. I don't know, I'm gonna stop so we can dance. I got a surprise for y'all. So I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to party. The bar is open, so help yourself. We're here till 11. We'll be cutting the cake shortly.